been really great, especially with who he is, with his background. He's the first OC I've had that played the quarterback position, and so I see football in the lenses of him because he played at a high level, and to play at Notre Dame at a high level, then to have a coaching experience, it's been really great. For me, all I try to do is grow, and he's done a really good job with my development and helping me out and pushing me in the right direction to be successful. And so, I take a lot of pride with wearing the A, but also being coached by him because it's been really great, because, beyond football, it's just him as a person. It's been really good for me, and then I've really benefited with having Coach Reese here.
How much does it help that he played in a place where quarterbacks under an intense amount of pressure? I mean, I imagine you guys have a lot to talk about. And it was, 8 years ago that he was doing it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Experience is the best teacher, and with playing at a high level, he has a lot of information that he had with playing a position. And so for me, I just try to be a sponge for all information. And, he has a lot of things that he's been through. And then the biggest thing he can do, and what I can do, is learn from him because he's played at a high level, played against great teams. And so for me, it's just a great thing to have because I'm able to learn.
Jalen, how does not watching specific individual film maybe help protect you guys from potential sign stealing for Michigan?
No, I'm preparing. I've been watching tape. I've been watching as much tape as possible, trying to gather everything and trying to be as much prepared as possible for this game. Because for me, I just try to be prepared for all outcomes in this game.
In the past, how much have you watched at home compared to having to watch it now in the facility?
I think for me, I try to prepare the same way, no matter the circumstance, no matter where we're at. We can be in Alaska, I still watch the same tape as I'm doing right now. So for me, I just try to prepare as much as possible and watch tape.
Hey, Jalen, job's clearly not finished. I mean, you won the SEC title. There's still, Rose Bowl up next. What's the mentality of the team right now?
Yeah, the mentality of our team is to have singular focus and worry about the task at hand. And I think our guys are doing a really good job with that because of the mindset that we all have. And we're preparing the right way. All the leaders are stepping up. We have a player-led group, and they're doing a really good job with leading effectively and moving in the right direction that we need to be so we can be successful in this game. And so I applaud our team with where we're at right now, but we know that the job's not done and we have unfinished business.
Jalen, give us your analysis of Michigan's defense.
Yeah, really good group. We have a veteran core in the box that played a lot of football together. You can tell with watching the tape how physical they are, and they do a lot of stunts and twists up front. And so that is something that we have to prepare for to be effective in this game. They're going to throw a lot at the quarterback, and there's a reason why they're undefeated. There's a reason why they're statistically ranked in the high regard of what they do. And so it's evident when we watch the tape. So it's a hard task for us, and so we have to prepare the right way because they have a good group in Michigan.
Jalen, can you talk about the relationship between you and Isaiah Bond? He's really stepped up as one of your go-to guys, especially down the stretch here, and just how much trust you have in him to make plays.
Yeah, no doubt. I have a lot of trust in him, and what it came from was the offseason. That is something that people miss because that is something that is done behind the scenes, and all the work that was done in the dark, it's all coming out in the light, and it's shining really bright. And so, to talk about our offseason, man, he's did a really good job just getting to where he's at right now. And all he's trying to do is grow as much as possible as a receiver, and he's leading effectively with the other guys in the room. So I'm proud of Isaiah, of the development that he's made, and, he's a key resource for our offense to keep growing.
Jalen, when teams spy you, how do you attack that?
Yeah. I hope teams inspire me so I can throw the ball. So that's my job, is be a point guard with the football and get it to our playmakers. So that's something that teams want to do to stop me with my legs. But I came here to throw the ball, so I'm okay with that.
Jalen, do you ever take a moment to think if 4th and 31 doesn't happen, you're not sitting here right now, and does that moment and that kind of play that's going to be defined through your career for generations kind of creep into your mind and think of just how crazy that was, why we're sitting here at the moment?
Well, I went home for the holidays, and that's all I heard. Being around family. What was going through your mind in that play? I said, man, you got to be there. No, but, that was a great play. Great thing that I always remember, playing quarterback. And so now I just got to flip the page on that, but we can talk about it at the end of the season, how great that play was.
If you guys are going to have Jace coming back, I know Coach Saban gave an optimistic update. He probably doesn't get as much credit as some feature backs that Alabama's had in the
Yeah.
past. What does he do kind of away from the scenes that really accentuates how valuable he is to your offense?
Yeah, 100%. You know, one thing that Jace has that allow him to be a great player is his toughness. That's something that you have to have as a football player, and he shows that to his teammates. You know, with everything, his grind, his purpose, everything that goes to him. He has great mental toughness, and you know, he's a key element for us because of how hard he runs the football, and just all the areas he can be for us on offense. You know, for us. So, you know, to have him part of our offense is something that we need, and it's something that is going to be key for us.
Jalen, LANK has been a thing, obviously, that you're branding all year, and adversity and doubting people when they thought that maybe Alabama was going to win the game. The game against Georgia, a lot of people had Georgia winning that game. How does that help going into this game against Michigan, beating a team like Georgia, who could be one of the better teams if they were in the playoffs still?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with our team was worrying about us. You know, what are some things that we can do to be the best version of ourselves, best team we can be, and that is something that we've done a really good job at. It's really about what about us, you know, and what are some things that internally that we can do, and everything will come out on Saturday. But the biggest thing is within the week working hard, mastering the game plan, physically being in shape, mentally getting in the playbook, studying film. And so I think we would do a really good job with how we prepare. And with anything, you got to embrace hard. You know, it's been a grind playing the SEC schedule with the opponents we had to play, our strength of schedule, and then playing a tough opponent in Atlanta, in Georgia. You know, that's the biggest thing. So you have to embrace hard, and then also go through adversity because it's only going to make you stronger. And so with everything, you know, you can see it as a learning experience, and you can see it as an opportunity to grow as a football team.
Jalen, what's it been like seeing the LANK brand take off? Because I guess even with NIL, I guess it's going to be a pop-up store in Pasadena for a couple days and kind of taking it on the road with you.
Yeah, 100%. Like I touched on yesterday, you know, LANK has a bigger meaning than football, you know, and so this can carry on with people in life and then also with people in sports. So to see that it's growing in this regard is a great thing, because I would love for everyone to really acknowledge what LANK means and what all goes into LANK. So it's a great thing to see that it's growing and moving in the right direction for sure.
What's it like when you see people wearing those shirts?
Oh, it's awesome. It's just like, you know, hearing positive things about your name, you know, positive things about you, you know. And so to see that, you know, people wearing it and seeing people, you know, liking the brand, you know, it's a great thing, and it's something that, you know, that makes me and Terrion and our teammates, because that is something that is a part of our program. So it's definitely something to be happy about.
Speaking of the brand, you sent care packages to former Alabama players. Just for example, Mac Wilson at New England is wearing it this morning. Just talk about that brotherhood of the alumni, that you guys still talk to each other and that they have your back even though they're playing on Sundays for millions of dollars.
100%. You know, within our program, we have a Bama frat. It's called B-Side 5. And so, you know, with him, I wasn't his teammate, but we're considered brothers just of wearing the A, and then the special connection that we have with when he comes to the facility, and him being caring about the program, and him just supporting our team. So we just know that, you know, we have a great support system beyond our you know, our building. Just when they leave and are considered an alumni, you know, we have a great following behind us. So, you know, to see him, you know, wear the LANK, that's an awesome thing, and you know, I like that a lot.
So when you look at the back at the beginning of the season, what areas of your game do you feel like you've grown the most since then?
I think embracing hard. You know, playing this position, playing at a high level, you have to be able to embrace hard. You have to be able to put yourself in situations where you're okay with being uncomfortable, being uncomfortable. So I think that's something that separates quarterbacks from being great and good, is that right there. And so that's the biggest thing I try to do, is learn as much as possible and really surround myself with people that are willing to uplift me and not bring me down. So that's the biggest thing. And I got to applaud our coaching staff, because they're doing a really good job with me, putting me in situations to be successful. And so I have a great support system around me, and you know, I take a lot of pride in that.
Jalen, I know you were joking about what is that emotion like to describe to somebody that hasn't gone through it? Is it a rush of joy? Is it shock? Or what is it?
Yeah, with playing football, there's gonna be ups and downs. There's a lot of things that go on while you're playing the game. And one thing you can be is appreciative to be able to play the game and be able to play in SEC. And then also, I'm very appreciative to play the position, very appreciative to be a part of this team. And so with that, I'm learning, to embrace the roles of making explosive plays, making plays. And the biggest thing for me is just continuously grow, keep the main thing, and then try to, keep making great plays. And that comes from preparing the right way and also just leaning on my coaching staff because they're going to put me in a situation to continuously to grow and be the best version I can be.
You feel all that directly in the moment? You let the ball go and you're just appreciative of having the big chance to play? Or like when you're actually throwing that ball and you see it come down in the end zone caught, what is the adrenaline rush in that sense like?
Well, before you touch foot in college, you dream of moments like that where you can be able to play Division I. I remember, growing up, playing youth ball, and they had these hats they were selling at the Cowboy Stadium. We had a 7-on-7 tournament there. And then in a bucket, they had D1 bound hats. And I rushed over there, after the tournament and asked my dad and mom, can they buy me one of the D1 bound hats? So now look where we're at. And now I'm able to proudly say I'm a D1 quarterback, So it's definitely something to be blessed about, be something to be appreciative of. And it's something that I take a lot of pride in, being able to play quarterback and play at Alabama.
Jalen, I want to ask you about, you talk about when you were younger growing up as a quarterback. It seems like when people ask you about like the spy and stuff, you take credit in your passing game. And there's been people that have said stuff, oh, he's a run first, but you want to prove them wrong. What is their advice to a younger quarterback that's saying, oh, that guy's going to be a running back, that guy's going to be a dual threat, that you've learned that you're a pocket guy and you proved it?
Yeah. Then the biggest thing you have to have is belief in yourself. Believe in yourself and really beat on your craft and acknowledging that life is hard. It's going to come with a lot of things that goes on, but the biggest thing you have to have is be truthful of yourself and also have the right support system around you. And that is something that I truly take pride in because I have the right people around me growing up to get me to where I'm at today. And, my dad and I, that is something that we try to do as much as possible to be in this situation, is try to grow as much as possible and, physically throw as much as possible and, push me in the right direction to where I'm at now.
Was there a moment where someone wanted you to play a different position or something and you kind of said, no, I'm a quarterback?
Shoot, all my life, even when I was in college. Shoot, my own offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien, told me I shouldn't play quarterback. So, there's a lot of things I can, have motivation on, and that is something I have motivation from.
Jalen, there was a viral video that kind of went around of Michigan's watch party kind of moaning and groaning when they found out they were playing you and not Florida State. Is that the ultimate sign of respect? And ultimately, what was your reaction to watching that video?
I didn't even see the video. But, I understand I understand their reaction because it's a hard task playing Alabama, and with the head coach that we have here, Coach Saban, he's going to put us in situations to be successful in a game, so I can understand their reaction.
Jalen, apologies if you were asked this already, but some of your teammates talked about how you've had to change how you watch film with Michigan, the sightseeing scandal, and how you can't take film home. How has that affected you?
No, it ain't really affect me. I'm going to find a way to work, you know what I'm saying? So, I've still been watching tape. I'm still been trying to prepare the right way, prepare for this game as much as possible because that is something that's going to allow us to be successful with the right preparation. So I've been still preparing the right way.
Have you been able to watch kind of the same amount of film as usual?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've still been watching tape.
Jalen, what's allowed you and Coach Reese to connect so quickly? Because I know you mentioned Coach O'Brien before, but just now the connection with him in his first year.
One thing, trust. That's the biggest thing, trusting that he has my back, trusting I have his back. And that is something that we've grown throughout the season, and it's constantly growing, and, that is something that's allowing us to be where we're at right now, just a trust factor. And then for me, just trying to learn as much as possible because who he is and what he's been around. He has a lot of information I can soak up and grow as much as possible.
Was there a conversation during the preseason or during the season where you knew that he had your back?
I mean, if I'm on the field, I know he has, he has full trust in me. It wasn't a certain situation. It was just more, just knowing that, the ball's in my court and I had full control of the vehicle and with leading the offense. And so that was something that, and then also just with leading the offense and what goes on with the preparation, stuff like that, and just when we communicate and stuff like that, it just all goes into the game plan and some things that, we see and both see. So we're both clicking together.
What was your reaction to Bill O'Brien telling you that you shouldn't play quarterback? Do you remember how you felt when he said that?
How would you feel if I told you you suck?
Probably wouldn't like it.
Okay then, so that's exactly how I felt, you know what I'm saying? So like, biggest thing for me, be true to myself and, stay the same. Nothing changed about me. Only thing that changed me was I had the opportunity and I seized it. And so for me, the biggest thing was just stay true to myself and, add a bigger purpose to anyone's opinion.
Is there a position he wanted you to play or said you should be this position or that position, or do you just?
He told me a bunch of business I could have switched to, but look where I'm at right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So who gets the last laugh?
Jalen, you're the starting quarterback for Alabama in the Rose Bowl game. Kind of get a lot of immediate attention. What's one question you wish the media would ask you?
I got one statement I would say, my younger self would be truly proud of where I'm at today because not so many people get this opportunity to play in the Rose Bowl because I grew up, watching the Rose Bowl, we're seeing many historic games. So now to to have a first-hand experience of playing in the Rose Bowl is a true blessing and something that I'm very appreciative of and something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So I'm definitely going to be appreciative of where I'm at. I know that we have unfinished business here in California, but it's also something to be appreciative of.
Jalen, you've got an extended family. We met some of those in Georgia, a big group that came and supported you. Talk about their role, your parents, your uncles, aunts that have supported you through this journey.
100%. Something I don't believe in is self-made. I'm not self-made at all. It took a whole village to get me to where I'm at right now. And my support system uplifted me along this journey, and they truly got me to where I'm at right now. So, I love them to death because without them, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. And, to soak up experiences like that and be able to see them at their game because they knew all what it took to get to where I'm at. And so, that's something that I cherish forever is the relationship I have with my family.
Is there a Rose Bowl game or memory that sticks out to you?
Especially the Alabama-Texas game for sure, because I wore the A. And then we have a Bama player that's a part of our staff, Josh Chapman. So he talked about the game and what all that took place throughout that game and the preparation and being in California and all that stuff. So I do, have some knowledge of the game and just having him there, it's always great to hear his stories.
Marvin Harrison said that Michigan threw coverages at him that he's never seen before. I talked to Rod Moore not too long ago. He said that he feels confident that Michigan will give you guys some stuff that maybe you haven't seen or that they'll be able to execute. You said yesterday that you feel the SEC has prepared you well for these kinds of games. Is there anything you've seen on film that you feel real confident against Michigan and their hidden coverages?
Well, they haven't shown anything I haven't seen all year. You know what I'm saying? Like playing in SEC, like I see a bunch of complex defense and played against tough opponents, stuff like that. So honestly, I could say playing in SEC has prepared me for games like this and prepared me for all situations. And so the biggest thing for me is be prepared as much as possible, continuously watch tape, continuously build off the game plan and learn as much as possible. And I have full faith in Coach Reese to put me in position just off of our game planning and what it all goes through when it came to preparing for this opponent.
That is it for the Alabama availability. Video and transcript will be on the CFP portal